Hello, it's Tommy from the piano store. This is a Weber W-121, which is the model number. It roughly relates to the size of the piano, which is around 121 centimeters tall. It's about the same size as a Yamaha U1 actually, and it looks very similar in the shape and the size. You have got this lovely decorative sort of oval shape going on in the middle. Like I say, it is polished walnut. It's a really nice finish actually. You do have the slow fall as well, so you can close the lid. It does slow a little bit. It's not like one of those where it doesn't have one, it just slams on your fingers. So it does slow it down a little bit. So there's that, which is factory fitted. It kind of gives me a clue to the age as well. I would suspect this is around 10 to 15 years old, because that's relatively a new thing, the slow fall on pianos. So it's not that old really at all in terms of, pianos in general, because they last ages and ages. You've got 88 keys, you've got 3 pedals, your middle one is your practice mode. So if you've got your normal playing, press that down, slide it over. In this case, it's really good on this one, it's very quiet actually. It's probably one of the best practice modes I've heard in a while. Very, very good. So you can have the lid open slightly as well. There is a stand there, so you can either have it like that, or in this case it does actually self-hold there on the hinges, so you can have it fully open if you want. There's the original pass sticker there that was in the shop originally. Like I say, it's not that old at all, it still has that. It's just that the string has come off, but you can tie it back on if you need to, but I've just kept it there for now. So you can have it like that. Just lets the treble sing a little bit more if you want a bit more full of a sound. It is quite a nice mellow piano. It is bright on the start, but then it kind of mellows off a bit. It's nice. Quite a nice classical sound. Yeah, it's nice to play. I'd say touch-wise, it's a bit on, well, it's going towards heavy, but it's medium heavy, I'd say. Nice and responsive as well. Nice repetition, especially for an upright. And dynamics. So you can get really quiet with that. And it gets louder as well. But yeah, that's very quiet. You can just touch it and it's there. Yeah, brilliant. It's quite a nice piano actually to play as well, and it's a lovely sound. Yeah, I could imagine myself spending quite a few hours on this piano, just sort of learning about the sounds that this has to give. I don't know if that makes sense to like pianists, but you just sit at some pianos and you're like, there's a lot going on there in the sound, and you just kind of want to sit there and just mess around with it for a little bit and see what you can get out of the piano. But yeah, I can imagine I could spend many hours at this piano just tinkering around with the colours that it has to offer. There's not much more I can say. There's some little signs of wear and tear here and there. There's like a little mark here and there on the top lid. You don't see that obviously when it's open, but like I say, it is secondhand. There's always something on a secondhand piano, but that's what I suppose what you expect really. If a car was 10 to 15 years old, you'd always expect something. And it's the same with pianos, especially on the top. Everyone puts things on the top, so there's always the odd scratch or something to look out for. But overall, the overall appearance of it is really nice. So this is how it sounds.